Welcome to a brand new episode of Gender Talk 211. My name is Eva Lopa and I am your host. Our guest today is Gaso Grace, South Sudan's Generation Connect Youth Envoy with the International Telecommunication Union. She's passionate about digital literacy, empowering young girls in technology, and using innovation to shape the future of South Sudan.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome on the show.
Thank you very much, Eva.
I've known you for a while, but you've never come on Gender Talk before.
I'm honored to be here today.
I'm honored to have you. I think you've been hiding. You didn't want to come around us, so what's going on here?
I'm not hiding. I'm always available.
Okay, you're most welcome. How have you been? How are you doing? How is life?
Life is good, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds.
Okay. So what I know about you is quite a few things in technology, but I don't think we've ever talked about your background and what you're doing actually academically in technology. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about that?
So Gaso Grace is a fourth-year computer science student at Stafford International University, and I'll be finalizing next year. I've been studying computer science for a couple of years, and together with the different initiatives that I've been working with, the Go Girls ICT and Build Banat Initiative for Leadership and Digital Development, then many other things, including the Generation Connect Youth Envoy program that I'm part of, that we started last year, together with other two fellows from South Sudan.
Yes.
Then also recently I applied for another program together with the ITU, which is called the Generation Connect Young Leadership Program. It's a program where they select 30 individuals from different parts of the world to implement digital development programs in their country. So I'm
I believe
honored.
you were selected,
Yes.
right? Yes, you're one of the 30. Fantastic. Yes. So technology, what was so interesting about technology to you? Or why computer science?
Actually, before, the first thing I wanted to do in university was maybe accounting. I was actually good at numbers, and studying accounting was, I think, the first thing that came to my mind because it was much easier for me. Anything to do with numbers.
That's where the money is at.
Call me, sign me up. But if it requires writing essays and doing anything like history, geography, no, thank you. So when I completed my senior 4 in Uganda, that was after COVID 2021,
yes.
My parents were like, I should directly go to the university since time has already gone, and it's better to either apply for scholarships within South Sudan or have an option, a plan B of applying within universities here in South Sudan and also applying for scholarships. So applying for scholarships came, we tried here and there, and they were not as promising as it looked. So my sister advised that I should maybe have a plan B of applying within the universities here. And also I had support from my family. So it was either accounting or ICT, because those were the fun subjects I liked in high school. So computer was something easy, and I liked attending those classes.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I would say, watching a movie.
That was it.
You enjoy watching a movie, just like how you enjoy attending a computer class. So one of my brothers advised me that accounting, in the long run, it may become ancient.
Ancient?
Ancient.
What is his reason?
Or, I would mean like we are transferring to the digital world.
AI will take over?
Not AI will take over. By then, I didn't think AI was such a thing in 2021. Mm-hmm. AI became a thing, I think, like 2023.
Very recent, yeah.
Around there. So he's like, accounting, yes, but like the things they're teaching you in school may not be the exact things that will be there later on. You'll have to take on more classes, do CPA, and a lot of things that you can. And those other courses you'd have to take would involve technology and computer.
Yes.
So he was like, it's better you either take something that you're passionate about, and you already like computers, so why not do computer?
Yes.
So I was like, okay.
That's what
Then when I came here, I also started trying to figure out, and look for programs that have ICT involved in them.
Yes.
So I would go and attend so that I can get the feel of it and see if it's something that I would be comfortable doing. So yeah, that's when I joined one of the programs with Go Girls. It was just a workshop. So I told them how I would be interested in doing computer, but I'm just trying out to see if it's something I'm comfortable with.
Yes. Testing the waters.
Testing the waters before I jump in.
Yes.
So yeah, so after seeing so many faces and seeing many young women and young ladies doing something in that field, I was more confident to make that my choice.
Yeah.
That's why I applied for computer science in particular.
Are you satisfied with how far you've come within digital, within tech?
I would say 80%.
80%?
Yes.
What's the 20 that's
The
missing?
20 is, I feel like practically, I may not be able to deliver as much. So I need to put myself more in the practical setting. Because what we learn in school, you may be able to pass the examinations and all, but like getting the practical feel, sitting in an office or developing applications, that also comes to sense. You may develop applications for classwork or school projects, but now like something that people will use and test. Yeah. So
Such opportunities are not really, is it that the technology is not here or what?
the technology is there, but like the uptake of the individuals to use those designed applications that South Sudanese youth are coming up with may not be as open and as wide. Yes.
Got you. I know you go to Stafford University. You said you're in your 4th year.
Yes.
4th year, you finish next year.
Yes.
When you graduate, what's the plan?
Actually, my first plan, I would like to further my studies currently. Like, if I do get the opportunity, as early on as now, because there are some applications that I've been looking to, the scholarship programs, I would like to apply for that. But if I'm unable to get that at the moment, I'll still look for work and other opportunities, looking for internship places and places where I can learn and grow in the work field. It may not be direct as applying for scholarship and getting, because that is not guaranteed.
Yes.
I would still shoot my shot, but still keep in mind that I have to look for job opportunities around in South Sudan so that I can develop more skills in the practical setting.
Usually one of my favorite things when I interview someone is when I talk to somebody and I get the sense that they don't even realize how far they have come or how much they have done or achieved. I mean, you are South Sudan's first Generation Connect Youth Envoy for the International Telecommunication Union. That is not something small at all. I think you have achieved so much already being so young. And for you to say, yes, I'll look for internships, but it's not guaranteed. I love it. I love it. I love it. I see great things happening for you. I know you've been a part of so many other initiatives, including being of so much support to other young girls and women within the technology field through initiatives like Go Girls, ICT, I think Seniors Hub, I think Build with the National Communication Authority, also Unipod, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. What kind of support do you provide and why do you feel it's so important?
Yes. So in those initiatives, I always serve as a mentor, or you can call it a tech instructor, who assists and facilitates the sessions that we have. We do digital literacy programs and also soft skills, because you can learn the technical, but you cannot be able to deliver. So we also build the capacity of the participants through teaching them public speaking, presentations, way of life, just even online safety. So I believe mentorship is such an important thing, because if you don't have somebody to guide you in what you are studying, it's normally so hard for you to come up. So with mentorship, it's much easier that you can be able to understand and learn easily. And also with this, that with most of the initiatives that we'll be carrying out, the learners are being taught by, let's say, university students or somebody who's in university or who has just completed. So they don't see much of a big age gap and feel
Correct.
scared to come and talk to you about whatever they're facing. Or if they don't understand in class, they'll be like, can you help me with this? Can you refer me to some resources where I can learn from? Or like if they have opportunities and they need references, they always do reach out to us. Or when they want to explore something new, they always share with us and be like, is this something feasible that I should do? Or like, is this something I should take a step in exploring? So we always encourage them and give them words of encouragement to push higher and always keep on advancing in their studies, be it academic life or co-curricular activities. Yes.
Amazing.
In form of leadership and also either mentoring other young ladies.
Yeah. Why do you feel like it's so important to do that?
Yes. So I believe that it's important because it gives you guidance. And I mean, through us, the mentors, it helps us to shape a future of young girls and women who are being encouraged and inspired and empowered by their fellow own women. So that means that when they're seeing this, they're inspired to be like us or to form or be somebody who's going to be able to deliver the same services.
Amazing. And you know what really amuses me and what I really love is that you're so young and already such an amazing mentor. I think I have done projects here and there within technology, and your name comes up every time. I think I knew about you before I met you for the first time because your name kept coming up. What inspires you so much? What moves you? What motivates you? Because usually you don't find young people moving so fast and so disciplined at such a young age. So what moves you?
I think growing up, I was actually a shy person. I was not so much outspoken. I think I became outspoken like maybe 2022. I was somebody who was so shy. Okay, not so shy in a way, but like I would not speak up. I was like a normal, regular person. Somebody who, if you talk to me, I'll talk to you. So what inspires me to always stand out and always keep showing up is that I see in our country many young women and fellow young girls are not represented in different spaces. You will go to a class or go to an event and you realize that there are like 6 or 10 ladies at that event and majority of the people are men. So it always shows that if I show up, I'll be speaking for the young ladies who are in South Sudan or even encourage others to come and join. Like if they see my face there always or like invite other people who I know and inspire them to come for these kinds of events. Because if you see a similar face, you'll be like, this is a safe space for me. This is where I would like to be. Or see the achievements that, or the opportunities that I've gotten because of this. They'll be like, yeah, this is something that I would like to give a shot to because this will help me advance my future. Yes.
Amazing. What would you say as a student right now? What would you say you'd like to see the academic sector improve? Like, what would you like to see universities improve for the betterment of your learning?
Yes. I would like for us to have more investments in the infrastructure in our schools and also a similar change to the curriculum. Because yes, we are studying the same thing that a computer science student may be studying abroad, yes, but we may not be doing the same exact practical sessions. We may not be having hands-on practicals or group works that are similar to that kind of person. And also, I would like the universities and the government at large to foster collaborations with other, let's say, companies or companies also within South Sudan and outside, because I realize that most of the countries I've traveled to, I see that the students or university students have collaborations with other companies within the country, so that when somebody is looking for an internship, I will not have to take my papers myself and be like, I'm a student from here, I want this and this. So it's always
it would
such
be
a
the
lengthy,
university or the institution
yes,
to know.
the institution or university that recommends the student,
Yes.
and the students have an opportunity of just taking their documents. And since they see that you're a student from this and this university, you can get since there is a collaboration, it's much easier for you to get that internship placement. They may not be paying you money, but the learning and resources that they're giving you may
Are
be
still
as
valuable.
Yes. And also exchange programs to other countries, because that is really important. Because we shall reach a point, you are going to a new different environment and getting to learn different cultures. That is like exposure for the students
Yes.
to see what is being done in another country and also come and implement it in their country. Because if we are having exchange programs, seeing what people are doing in Nairobi, in Rwanda, we come and do the same in our country. But now we don't have an understanding of what is being done in those countries, so we cannot be able to implement the same. Or they may have an approach that may work for us. So we may not copy and paste exactly, but refine their ideas and come and build around it in our country.
I know exactly why you're saying that, because I know you've traveled to quite a few countries and probably came back with an entirely new mindset.
Yes.
Or what needs to happen or what needs to be improved. We'll get into that right after the break. We'll be right back.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suksukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mamarasakit Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamarasakitvillage@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
Welcome back to an episode focusing on the digital space and technology. Our guest is Gaso Grace. Welcome back again.
Thank you very much.
Before the break, you were explaining how collaborations between countries and so on, so we understand what's also going on the outside and things that we need to implement maybe in South Sudan. I know you've traveled to quite a few countries.
Yes.
In the name of technology. First of all, give me, how many countries have you traveled to? And roughly, what's an
7.
7?
7 countries.
Oh, you're doing
and
really
counting.
good. I should be doing technology at it. That's
Yes.
pretty good. Neighboring countries, and I know also you were in Cuba.
Yes.
With
Cuba.
Generation Connect.
Yes.
Tell me more about these visits.
For Cuba, we had actually gone for the ITU Global Youth Summit. That was earlier on this year in March. So not selected, but youth around South Sudan, around the world in general, were invited. It was invite only, and also the youth envoy representatives in different countries, ITU member states, were invited to partake in the ITU Global Youth Summit.
Yes.
We, as the Generation Connect Youth Envoys, also prepared a document that had the contributions of youth in Africa, because the Generation Connect program is divided in 2 regional sectors. There is the Africa region, Asian Pacific, the Caribbeans, and small islands and states. So each and every youth envoy group was tasked to prepare a regional document that specified the challenges, the potential solutions to those challenges, and also the opportunities that we see in the tech sector of us as Africans. So we were able to present that document at the ITU Global Youth Summit, and in attendance there was also the director of the ITU Bureau sector, Dr. Cosmas.
Wonderful.
Yes.
What did you have to share? When you say challenges, I'm assuming everyone is sharing challenges from their respective countries. What were
Yes.
the challenges that you presented?
The most challenges that we saw in most of the African countries was the fact that there is no access to digital literacy programs. Our curriculums that we teach in Africa are outdated, and they're not basing on how advanced technology is going. So we brought the fact that we should change the current curriculum of the education institutes and also prioritize digital literacy not only in the urban settings of our countries but also in the rural areas, because we believe that no one is supposed to be left behind. That's one of the mandates and goals of ICT, of the ITU. No one is supposed to be left behind in the technology sector. So we also aim to bring about that calling of let's implement digital literacy programs not only in urban settings, let's say not only here in Juba, but also go to the remote areas like Bor, Wau, Malakal. Okay, Malakal is not so far, I think, but within the areas. So we should also invest in that. And also this document was presented. There were some ministers from countries, like let's say the Zimbabwe Minister of Youth was available, and also the Undersecretary from the Ministry of ICT was also there. But unfortunately from South Sudan, I think there was a representative from USEF who was available to attend.
Okay, from USAF.
USEF, yes.
Okay, well, you were there. That's a great
and the
thing.
youth envoys.
And the youth envoys, you were there.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think are some of the main or biggest problems for South Sudan, especially for women, young girls, with technology now advancing so fast? What do you think are some of the main issues that we have?
Yes. I would like to point out maybe the fact that we don't have maybe role models to look up to. So when you don't see somebody who looks like you in a field, you'll be like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's already in their minds that I'm not seeing somebody doing this. As we see, let's say, all the people who drive taxis are men. So a woman won't necessarily be like, this is the first thing I want to do. So the fact that in their minds, let's call it, I would not call it culture norms and also stereotypes. Let's say stereotypes. Let's generalize it as a stereotypes. They believe that ICT or technology is an all-dominated field, so they don't always have the uptake. Then also the culture barriers in our country also prevent them from either pushing or having a step forward to learn ICTs.
Yeah. Would you say digital protection is a concern for you?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Digital protection enables us to feel safe online.
Yes.
Yes. So with safety online, that means people are able to access, let's say, social media or just the digital space in general without having fear that their information will be stolen or will be used for something else. So this is a place where somebody will feel safe and be able to either take in the information on the social media or also give information to the social media through maybe your posts or like either educative content or just content about yourself. So if I don't feel safe in that space, I will obviously not want to be in it. Just like, let's say, if I don't feel safe using Facebook or posting my pictures on social media,
yes,
I wouldn't post it. But now I know that I can post it and it cannot be taken and used for something else. So that also comes in one way or the other.
Got you. So you think that is that one of our biggest, would you identify it as an issue, as a problem?
With the uptake of now artificial intelligence, most people are using, let's say, images or videos of other people and maybe using it to slander them on social media. Because you'll see a video of somebody who you don't expect to be doing something.
Right.
And you're like, this is obviously AI, but somebody who doesn't know about AI
will believe
it and will think this person does this and this. So
yeah, I've seen some clips before that were AI, and they were so good I couldn't tell.
yes.
I couldn't tell if it was AI or not. That's a pretty big problem.
Very
I think moving forward. How do we resolve such problems?
First, I think it would be through the programs. Like if you are having digital literacy programs, informing the masses about these campaigns, let's say a digital campaign just in general. Let's not say a digital literacy, but digital campaign, creating awareness in communities, and even through either social media, creating content revolving around educating the masses on what kind of technology is available and how they should use it. Not for good, but not for bad, but for good.
Yes.
Yes.
What would be your ask from technology authorities, whether it's the ministry or the NCA, Parliament, people who make our laws, policy? What would be your ask?
To include the young people and the youth in these policy decisions, because without our voices there, that means they are creating laws and policies that may not apply to us. But let's have a voice and a say. And also they should carry out majority of the consultations with the youth before them passing different laws and policies.
Have you read the policies before? Are you informed about the rules, regulations, and so on?
I know a few, but not all. And also the fact that these policies are available, but people don't know where to find them. Do we get them online? Do we have to go to the ministry to ask for a copy? And where do we go and get them? We as citizens of South Sudan don't know this information. And I believe that most people have grown up out of South Sudan. So coming back to their country, they need this information. They need to know what is going on in their country. So we should have, I don't want to call it a short skit or like, let they create the content in an engaging way to inform the masses, like either through broadcasts, short adverts, either on SSBC or on Facebook, but these should run as ads, educating the masses. Not just creating educative content, but also make it interactive and fun, so that people can take it in easily. Yes.
What would be your ask from also the authorities on digital literacy?
With the NCA, they have been carrying out a number of initiatives for digital literacy, whether it is at the secondary level or the university level. So we do commend that, but we need to advance these digital literacy projects out of Juba alone, because the people in Wau, in Bor are being left behind, in Western Equatoria are being left behind. So that means that they don't have access to these skills. So they should advance most of those projects outside. Then also the authority that regulates the mobile operators, they should also regulate the prices regarding the internet. I believe internet is really expensive to the youth. I would say maybe if you're earning a lot of money, it's much easier for you to access, but the internet prices keep varying for most of the people. So it's kind of hard, but with the uptake of Starlink, which is a more better option than using the mobile operators. So people are able to navigate those prices, because with internet, you can be able to access whether it's education content or entertainment.
Is it an issue for you as a student in school?
Yes, it does become an issue, because the school does provide like a Starlink, but you have to pay a fee to access it. It's not like for free. With that in place, we either have to, you cannot access online material that easily. You have to budget and plan for it. Yes.
Okay. Are there any collaborations that you think would benefit students? Collaborations with corporations, with network providers, that you think may be of good for students that maybe universities should look into?
Yes. The partnerships should be always a top priority. I realize that in most of the universities, they have like associations, let's say the Law Association, the Law Students Association, the Computer Science Association. So the leads of these associations should seek a partnership together, all liaise with the school administrations and communicate this to them, because I believe that if they have these sort of collaborations from the leaderships within the schools, talking to the administration of the schools, that these are the issues that the students are facing, we need to invest in their learning, because I believe most of the time people just go to school, study, and leave.
Yes.
So they need to gain experience, the
Correct.
work experience before they leave the university. I read somewhere saying that the work experience that you need to apply for those jobs, you're supposed to be getting it while you're at the university.
I mean, what
And
you're
I was
doing
like,
right now, getting all of
okay,
you
that made sense, but it should have been told to us earlier. Yes.
a long time ago.
Yes, because most people don't realize that you can get a job while you're still in university. It's not like a necessarily full-time job, but you can volunteer somewhere. That still counts as job experience. But
I think it's important because
Yes.
you are entering this is adulthood now.
Yes.
And, eventually when you graduate, whether you graduate or not, the next step is going to be to get a job.
Yes.
And so in preparation for that, I think every student should actually seek, a job. I know opportunities, it's really difficult to
Yes.
actually get those kind of opportunities. So it makes sense what you're saying as to collaborations.
the collaborations would really help a lot. Because now if I'm like a fourth year or fifth or let's say third year student,
Yes,
I should start exploring how a job would feel like.
correct.
So what would it mean for me to wake up at 8 a.m. and leave work at, let's say, 4:30?
Doesn't feel good. I'll
It
tell you
doesn't
that.
feel
I can
good.
tell you that. It does not feel that good.
Yes.
Stay with us and we'll be right back.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories. Stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suksukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mamarasakit Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamarasakitvillage@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
Welcome back to Gender Talk 211. With us today is Gaso Grace, one of the most promising youth in South Sudan and in technology. Welcome back, Grace.
Thank you.
So before we spoke a lot about your journey, we spoke a lot about school, your journey as a student and getting a job and not and so on. But you've had opportunities that you're the first person to experience them actually in technology in South Sudan.
Yes.
Tell me about becoming a youth envoy for Generation Connect.
So becoming a youth envoy for Generation Connect, you need to be nominated by the regulator in your country. And in that case, in South Sudan, that is the National Communication Authority. So they do nominate individuals to apply for the program when the cohort rolls out. So through the different initiatives that I've been working with, Go Girls as a mentor, I started working with Go Girls actually in 2022. So through the mentorship programs, we used to do mentorship programs with secondary and primary girls, encouraging them to do STEM, and we're focusing on specific topics such as urban planning, Scratch, and also Scratch programming. It's like a programming language for young children. So it was,
Okay.
yeah, so the students used to learn it. Then also we focused on open science framework where the students were able to make materials using things in their environment. We're able to make chalk using eggshells. Like that was so cool. I'd never thought that would be possible. So because you don't have to buy the chalk yourself, you can make it. So with the schools that don't have enough resources, they could refer to that or see how science is in our environment.
Yes.
Like let's say it's around us, it's our way of life. It's not something ancient. So through those different initiatives, then also I also mentored during the International Girls in ICT Day program in 2023. Then also with Build over the past years, we have also been doing some mentorship programs where we keep on advancing not just basic Microsoft packages, but we also advance to teaching them how to design on Canva, also safety online, because cybersecurity is becoming a pressing topic. Safety online is something that we should all be looking into. So we want to teach those participants, because when you teach one of them, this knowledge doesn't stay with them. When they go back to their homes, they're sharing with their siblings, their parents, their cousins, and many people.
The knowledge moves on, yeah.
So through those different initiatives, that is how I was actually nominated by NCA to apply for that program. Then, thankfully, I was accepted and selected.
Selected.
Yes.
And then what next?
What next? So since last year, we have been having some sessions online, capacity building, doing some courses on the ITU Academy website, where after doing them, you obviously get a certificate. Then also, we got the chance to go to the ITU Global Youth Summit in Cuba earlier on this year. Then also, we always do get a chance to attend some of the events that are hosted by either NCA, or if they are holding a panel, let's say Internet Governance Forum, they do invite like a youth participant. So they will obviously select like, let's say, a youth envoy to come and speak on that panel and share with them the activities that are being, or the issues facing the youth in the community.
Okay. Were you at the IGF?
Yes, I was part of the IGF this year.
Okay. And how was that event?
It was amazing because we got to talk about different issues. Normally, there are always panels on different, let's say, more technical stuff. But now we had like a session where we were talking about the social issues. What challenges are youth facing to get like opportunities, and also the internet access, and what they should be doing to advance from, let's say, university to either seeking opportunities outside, because most people brought up the aspect of how they are investing in buying Starlink to start a business, so they can get maybe, let's say, extra cash to either go to school or pay their tuition. Yes.
Very important. IGF stands for Internet Governance Forum, by the way, a very important event. And I'm glad that you were, there, and there's now a representative for youth in general. Now, we spoke about accessibility, affordability, digital literacy, issues here and there on digital protection, but I did not hear you mention one of the biggest problems facing young girls in the country today. And I know it's such a sensitive topic for everyone to talk about, but I think over the past maybe 2-3 years, any youth that I've had, any young girl that I've had come on the show speaking on technology and so on, always mentions basically what we now call digital gender-based violence. Now it has a specific name to it, but before we know it as someone stealing your pictures and exposing them, or someone hacking somebody, taking their pictures and exposing them, or just data that is personal. Because I think that is data as well, right? Yeah, data that is very personal that you might not have meant for everyone to see. So yes, I've had so many youth mention this, but other than that, also in the country, I think this year, a few months ago, we faced it on a very, very large scale, to where a young girl was assaulted sexually, terribly, and a video was taken and showcased all over social media. First, I want to ask you, before I go into the case, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts when you hear digital gender-based violence?
Yes. So, as already mentioned about the case that we recently all witnessed in the country, not only us as South Sudanese, but I'm sure with the internet, people outside South Sudan were also able to see this content. So, dictator gender-based violence is using, let's say, technology to abuse or cause harm to let's say, either male or female. I would not specify it as female because
Yes.
gender means both, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. So using online means to sexually defame or demean either a gentleman or female. Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And now with the many cases that we have seen, and the most recent being, they're all horrific. I think the most recent was one of the most horrific that we have ever seen. When you see all of this happening and unfold, what are your thoughts when we talk about digital protection?
Yes. So digital protection not only means keeping our online information safe, it also means that whatever information I send to another person should also be saved.
Correct.
So that means that the individuals partaking in either, let's say, sharing this content, they are causing, how do I call it? Let's say,
they're not using it against you,
yeah,
basically.
they're not using it against you or causing harm to you.
How do we make sure of that?
Yes.
I think that's the question that.
Yes. So first of all, people should think in their minds that the online violence is just the same as the offline. Let's not take it as two different cases. Me beating somebody or punching somebody should equate to you sharing my social media, my personal or private videos online. They should be equated at the same value or should be punished at the same level. So, and also there should be laws in place that protect individuals who face such situations. Because now the public, or let's say the police, may not have, let's say, laws in place that if somebody has shared my private information, I take them to the police, what is the police going to do? So those laws are not in South Sudan at the moment. So they should be one of the first class, let's say, first laws and priorities that should be taken by, let's say, the Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Youth, sit down and table something around that case, and also the civil society organizations that are working in relation to such should sit down and also advocate for such laws and policies to be brought about.
To be put in place.
Yes, and put in place.
Because it'll make it safer as long as we don't have the laws or they're not strong enough.
Yes.
Then yes, this will keep happening. I agree.
yes.
I agree with you. Now, just moving away from that case, generally, the digital space, we see a lot of, it does not have to be pictures or images or whatever, but just slander, right? Like online slander. We hear it all the time. We see it all of the time. People going back and forth, attacking each other or defaming someone. Are there laws do you think there are laws that address this?
Not in South Sudan, I'm sure. Because if somebody is defaming, I've seen so many posts relating to that on Facebook, where somebody will wake up one morning and start accusing somebody of something they have not done, or something they believe they have done, but you
Yes.
don't have proof.
Yes.
And it's not your right to come on social media and start talking badly about the other, because that is defaming their character and what narrative a character that they have built in, like, the society.
Okay. Would this be some form of an issue, or these issues that we've discussed, would it be something that the youth would raise, or something that you would raise as a conversation with the NCA, with the ministries, gender, youth, information? Is this something that you would raise?
Yes, it would be. And also They are the fact checkers, the 211 check. I think earlier on, they would check for any on Facebook. I think mainly on Facebook. Like if somebody writes like, let's say abusive words, Facebook by default will take it down. But now somebody is writing abusive words in their language that, let's say, the Facebook algorithm cannot understand some of these languages. So it's hard for them to take down this content. Or like if you are to report a content that is, let's say, harmful to me or like disapproving with my, let's say, my culture or something like that, you shall have to have so much proof. That means that I would not want to bring it in a form of technology-wise, but our data is not available online. Let's say Facebook by default has, there may not be people who are doing the fact-checking manually and taking down the posts that may be abusive or having negative content. That means that they have, like, let's say,
A system or
a
something
system
that
or
is doing it
an
automatically.
AI machine that is
Yeah.
doing everything for them. So now if we have our data available online and in these different applications, that means that it's easier for them to filter out what is wrong and what is right and take it down. Just like even when the video was uploaded, at some point they had to take it down because this was defaming and it was not,
Yes.
it was against us as South Sudanese cultural norms and beliefs.
That's a really, really good point you made.
Yes.
Whatever system it is, probably understands a lot of languages, but we're not sure if it understands Shilluk or Bari or Dinka or Nuer. That's a very, very good point you made. What would be, I don't want to say message, but what would you say to young girls and then also to the authorities about the protection of young girls when it comes to digital gender-based violence?
Yes. So young girls and young people out there, before sharing your content with anyone, let's say, I don't want to mention names, but let's be sure and let's not just share content without notice. Because I believe there's some people, they'll share their content with their friends, then your friend doesn't, let's say your friend doesn't like you allegedly, they'll now share it with some other people and it keeps moving around.
Or you
So
have a fight
build a
later,
trust,
they use it
yeah.
against you.
Build a trust mechanism with whoever you are trying to share your content with. Like, don't just share content anyhow.
Okay.
Yes, and the authorities should invest in data and collection of data of South Sudan in general. Like, let's do heavy investment on the infrastructure, yes, but let's also collect this data and make sure that it's available for, let's say, Google Translate to translate most of the languages. Yeah, I know it's like really intensive work and requires a lot of funding, but with little steps, we can reach somewhere.
Make something happen.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as we come to the closing of this amazing, amazing episode, what is next for Gaso Grace?
Gaso Grace is still going to keep showing up and being proactive and also participating in as many as possible technology events, forums that may be available. And also, encouraging and inspiring different young women out there.
Any final thoughts or remarks to young girls and boys about just becoming a part of the sector?
Yes. I would like to advise you all that technology or computers are not something different or ancient. They are here to stay and they are becoming our everyday life. We need computers to do each and everything. So I would advise each and everyone to take their time and invest in learning or using digital tools. Let's say how to type, how to use the internet for good. Like, there are so very many resources on the internet that we may either be browsing on our phones always, watching TikTok content. Yes, it's fun, but also use the internet for productivity. There are so many learning materials and opportunities on social media that you can use to better and improve your life. And South Sudan is still a young country, and we as the youth, it's in our hands to make it a better place and a country that we all hope to see and be proud of. So let's all take our time to learn, explore, and engage. Yes, thank you.
Amazing. Grace, I'm really glad you came on the show.
Thank you.
Was that your first interview?
Yes, my first
yes,
long
good
interview.
high five. Yes, as the first South Sudan Generation Connect Youth Envoy. I'm proud of myself for having you, but proud of you for becoming the first as well.
Thank you.
How would you encourage young people to even apply to become youth envoy and so on?
First of all, becoming a youth envoy, you need to really be proactive, show up and show out.
Yes.
Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. Always attend these events, contribute, and also they may not be paying you money to attend these events, but you are showing up, learning, and also contributing to different discussions. So when you come for an event, don't just sit in a corner, come take pictures, but also interact with different people in the room.
Network and get to know people.
Networking is really important. Meeting new people, new faces, they may be the ones to recommend you for maybe future job employment or different programs and initiatives that are available here in South Sudan. So let's network, let's be proactive.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I know you'll be back again, or I'll meet you somewhere again for sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.